Safety or no safety? That's the question of the day. Hey, Joe with Aegis Tactical here. I'm going to try to answer this question for you. We get a lot of people come in, first-time gun buyers. They ask our opinion. Should we buy a gun that has a safety or without a safety? Again, it's all personal preference. I'm going to break it down for you real quick, though. Then there's also the question, should they have to carry a gun that has a safety or without a safety? Or if they have a safety on the gun, should they carry it with the safety on or off? Let's go over some of these real quick for you. First, I'm going to go over safety rule number 2. It's a basic safety rule. We should all know that. If you have a gun, you should know these rules. Rule number 2 is always keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Folks, that means keep your finger. This gun's clear, no magazine, nothing in the chamber. You can see the way I pick it up. My finger's up here on the frame. It's not on the trigger, not on the trigger guard. It's up here on the frame. Listen, any modern firearm out there on the market today will not go bang, will not fire, unless you apply pressure to the trigger. That's either you applying pressure with your finger or a foreign object is applying pressure to the trigger. Take one of these guns, load it, drop it, throw it, do whatever you want. It's not going to go bang unless something applies pressure to the trigger. So since it's not going to be like in the movies when you see the gun falling down steps and it just keeps going off and shooting everybody. No. Safely handle your firearm. Now, let's get in a little bit more detail about this. My personal opinion, I prefer a gun that does not have a safety on it. Now, let me just clarify that real quick. Like your standard Glock, this is one of mine. Little Glock 42 baby thing, looks really tiny in my hands. Again, no magazine, nothing in the chamber. No safety on this gun. I really like carrying a gun with no safety. I want less moves. Last thing I'm gonna do is have to worry about pulling this gun out of my holster. It's usually in the waistband holster. Pulling it out and then having to turn the safety off or thinking about it. But I've also trained myself to every time I pull a gun out of the holster, my thumb slides down. Again, from where the top part of the slide, where the rear sight is, just goes in a downward motion because most safety levers are going to be right there. If they don't have a safety lever there, I'm pretty much not buying that gun. But it's a motion I got used to because guess what? I also enjoy carrying a 1911. Again, unloaded, no magazine, nothing in the chamber. I wish I could have this gun. This is a Fusion Pro Series by Bob Serva. This gun is just awesome. I need a pay raise so I can buy one of these. This thing is just incredible. But this is a single action gun. So what that means, folks, is again, you press the trigger, it's not going to go bang. You actually have to have the hammer in the cocked position for this gun to fire. Now, it does have a safety on it. Let me just switch this around for you. There's a safety lever right there. Now, if you get my point, when you're gripping the gun, and go upside down here, that's how my thumb, as soon as I grab it in the holster, as soon as my hand's around that grip, I am pressing down like that. Let me turn around. If you notice, just pressing down just like that. That's how I practice, that's how I train. So if I'm carrying a gun, a 1911 or any type of single action semi-automatic, the hammer's gonna be back, it's gonna be cocked and locked. It's gonna be ready to go. Gotta train to get that. Oh, you hear that thunder? You gotta train to turn that safety off. A lot of people ask about the safeties with revolvers, folks. Here's a standard Ruger 38 Special. There's no safety on it. So people that say that the revolvers are safer because they have a safety, please tell me which ones have a safety out there. One of the things you have to worry about when the people come in, they have this big misconception that if they have the gun in their waistband, it's just magically gonna go bang. Or if they have it in their pocket, it's magically gonna go bang. First off, I never pocket carry. Everything's always in the waistband for me. Here's another point. I cannot stress this enough. When carrying your firearm, keep it in a holster. I don't care if it's in the waistband or in the pocket, that's how you carry. It better be in a holster. And get yourself a good quality holster. They're not that much money anymore. But don't get one of those holsters that, you know, it looks like a wallet where the trigger guard's cut out so you can get your finger in there and I guess shoot through your wallet. Makes no sense. Good quality holster. Here's one from Spider Concealment. It's my personal holster. Listen, you put the gun in there, it snaps in there. It's secure. It's got a nice sturdy belt clip on there. This is for in the waistband. You put it in there, it's secure. It's not gonna fall off, it's not going anywhere. But more importantly, what it does for me, makes me happy, it's covering that trigger guard. So no foreign object or my finger is gonna go in there and apply unwanted pressure to that trigger to make the gun go bang. You can get Kydex ones, leather ones, the synthetic material. They'll start off roughly, upper 20s and go up from there. Definitely, if you're going to carry a firearm, keep it in a holster. I cannot stress that enough. So, should you buy a gun with a safety on it? If you choose to, if that's a gun that's comfortable with you and that's what you want to have a safety on that gun, go for it. There's not a thing wrong with it. Everything comes down to how you train. And remember, in the real life situation, it's not like at the range. You're not going to be in that stationary position and having the perfect fundamentals, the stance, the grip, everything going. No, it's a life-threatening situation. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to happen. So you need to train and, sit at home at night with an unloaded gun and practice unholstering your firearm and turning that safety off right away. Just make it one motion going through it. You have to train that way. And we tell everybody, if you're going to buy a gun with a safety, that's what you have to do. Eliminate steps. You also, I can't say this enough, you have to train, you have to practice. Go out there. Just don't get a gun and start carrying it. And worry, well, I got a safety, I don't have to worry about it. It's not going to go bang unless I... No, you need to practice. You need to train religiously. Get out there and practice. Again, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm just letting you know how I feel about this situation. Folks, hopefully this answered your question. Let me know if you have any other questions. Stop by the shop, see us. We're here 7 days a week. We're right here on Leland Road in Lakewood Ranch. Give me a call, 941-755-1610. Of course, check out our website, aegisguns.com. That's AEGIS guns.com. Or check us out on Facebook at Aegis Tactical.